twice the muscle of a heavyweight bodybuilder, yet capable of speeds of over 40 miles per hour. Lions can kill virtually any large mammal in Africa. Lions can tackle these big herbivores because only lions have the size, power, weaponry, and group strength to kill them. Jaws that can pierce through a car tire. Retractable claws that fly open like switchblades to slice through 2-inch thick hides. And a lightweight skeleton that supports extra muscle mass for superhuman power. These weapons combine to make individual lions one of the most powerful predators on dry land. Yet even these mighty predators have a nemesis. A prey animal famous for turning a chase into an attack. The Cape buffalo. Predation has shaped these wild cows into one of Africa's most aggressive herbivores. The half-ton Goliaths are quick to charge and famous for goring their enemies with their deadly 2-foot horns. When it comes to predators, the buffalo's best defense is attack. For lion prides to take on these fierce beasts, they need the strength of numbers and a foolproof plan. Today, they have both. This pride has driven their victim into the perfect trap. Stuck in a Luangwa waterhole, this buffalo has nowhere left to run. The lions have blocked every exit. The bull can kill with a blow of his horns. The lions can't tackle him head on. Instead, they'll just wear him down. In the water, fear and cold sap the strength the bull needs to defend himself. The lions just need to hold the bank and wait. The adult lionesses conserve their energy. They let the subadults taunt the victim. Their expertise will be needed after dark. By nightfall, they've maneuvered the bull out of the waterhole, and he's exhausted. He's weak and bleeding from dozens of small wounds. The lionesses step up for the coup de grace. The young males hold the perimeter to prevent escape. Like clowns at a rodeo, the lionesses taunt the bull to draw his attention, but stay just out of range of his horns. The distraction allows another female to attack from behind. As the bull weakens, the youngsters join the fight. The lioness on top bites into his spine to disable his legs, as the rest target his tendons. Pain and exhaustion win over at last. The bull can fight no more. Suffocation brings the battle to a merciful end. The reward is worth the risk. The bull's giant carcass will feed the pride for a week. Buffalo are one of lion's primary prey, but hunts aren't always this successful. Numbers are the swing vote between these enemies. And when the buffalo have backup, the odds can change. Some of the largest buffalo herds in Africa roam the Luangwa Valley. Among their ranks are hundreds of weak, vulnerable calves, but they are guarded by mothers who will kill to protect them. When threatened, the herd moves in a tight convoy. The adult females hold the front line and look out for danger to protect the weaker animals at the center. To breach the solid wall of angry muscle, lions must risk their lives. If a lion gets cornered by the buffaloes, it's in deep trouble. A tree offers temporary refuge, but lions are awkward climbers. The herd won't leave until they've drawn blood. The lion loses its fight with gravity above a sea of enraged buffalo. The herd shows no mercy. This is a game of survival, and every lion eliminated may be a buffalo saved. Southern Africa's vast grasslands are home to one of Africa's tightest and toughest gangs of predators, hyenas. The females are boss in these carnivore clans. Even the lowest female outranks the highest male. This young male left his birth clan, as all adult males do. Now, he joins a new pack on the bottom rung of the social ladder. So-called laughing hyenas have one of the strongest bites on the planet, and they'll haze this newcomer without mercy. He'll rise in rank only if another member dies or leaves the clan. Months later, he's settled in. But he still sometimes travels alone. Despite his canine looks, he's more closely related to a cat than a dog. And though he has a reputation as a scavenger, he's a hunter. He's Africa's second largest carnivore, after his arch rival, the lion. Their territories overlap, and so do their prey, which can make the big savanna feel a little overcrowded. Especially if you're a wildebeest. A lioness has her eye on a pretty large prize. With the big cat doing the lion's share of the killing, and the hyena doing his bit at the tail end, the wildebeest is history. Two enemy predators working together? The lioness disagrees. A lone lion makes a kill only about 1 out of 6 tries, so she's not in a sharing mood. The hyena, who can devour bones, fur, everything but the horns, will wait his turn and still find enough to eat. Everybody wins, except the wildebeest. This season, there's no shortage of wildebeest on the plains, or big cats skilled enough to take them down. And one hyena who thinks stealing food from his rivals is the ticket to success. He's about to find out. It isn't. Lions and hyenas are like rival gangs vying for turf. A single hyena isn't an immediate threat, but he's still the enemy. And one hyena is one too many. The opportunistic hyena sees the lions as a convenient catering service. But he may be about to bite off more than he can chew. This gang of carnivores certainly shows who rules over this savanna. A much smaller killer gang has evolved to cash in on another abundant source of prey. Banded mongooses are top of the food chain, but below the grass line. They live in large, close-knit troops, and like lions and hyenas, they usually stick together. But when it comes to hunting, their tactics couldn't be more different. At dinner time, it's every mongoose for itself. Each animal raids the undergrowth for anything that crawls and hoards what it finds to keep for itself. So why do they stick together? At half the weight of a dachshund, mongooses are small predators with a big problem. They're also prey. Every predator larger than itself is a threat to the mongoose, especially to the bite-sized babies they hide in their dens. Hunting together means there's always a set of eyes scouting the terrain. And they're always ready to retreat at the first sign of danger. Not everyone makes it. Ever-present danger has groomed mongooses into nervous, flighty creatures. Yet there are some deadly predators that bring out a side to this troop that borders on suicidal. Snakes are specialists at invading the narrow dens where mongooses hide their infants. When scouts spot one, they put out a call to arms. The entire troop races to meet the enemy. This Mozambican spitting cobra can kill a human. Its bite packs a potent cytotoxin that dissolves flesh. Yet this is one predator that these little mammals will attack. The snake is a deadly threat to their young, but if they can defeat it, a dead reptile doubles as a protein-rich meal. Eons of conflict with snakes have armed the mongoose for this moment. They depend on quick reflexes, biting and cracking the skull. And if all else fails, they have another trick. Mongooses are virtually immune to the cobra's venom. Now, the mongooses need family teamwork to succeed. With so many moving targets, the cobra can't choose who to attack. Biting isn't the snake's only weapon. It can shoot a blinding jet of venom straight for its enemy's eyes. But the mongoose's lightning-quick reflexes keep them out of the line of fire. They keep the pressure on until the cobra tries to escape. And then attack when it's on the retreat. needle-like teeth, they tear the snake apart and devour it. Mongooses and their relatives are among the top natural enemies of African snakes. While the mongoose posse seeks out its dinner, a killer gang of Nile crocodiles waits for their dinner to come to them. Tipping the scales at more than 500 pounds, they can eat half their own body weight in one sitting. And when there's this many hungry crocs, it's a good thing dinner is on its way. Over 1 million wildebeest migrate about 1,000 miles a year. They're joined by zebras, who graze the coarser blades of grass the wildebeest don't touch. And as they chew their way across the Serengeti, they'll need something to wash it down. They'll soon learn there's always a price to pay for a free drink. Zebras need to drink daily. But sticking their nose into a dangerous river is just the beginning. They've still got to get across it for greener pastures. For the zebras, the instinct to cross the river is too powerful to ignore. And the croc's instinct to eat is powerful too. The ability to run fast and kick hard is useless in the river. Here, giant primitive reptiles call the shots. But the zebras press forward. Even though multiple predators are breathing down their necks, the stream of zebras never stops. The terrified herd tramples over a croc, who fumbles and loses its grip on a victim. The predator heads to deeper water to gain an advantage. He spots a struggling foal. But the current carries it out of reach, giving his desperate mother time to block him. While the mare distracts the croc, the foal struggles to make sure. Mother is safe, but her instinct to rejoin the herd overpowers her need to save her foal. He'll have to catch up. croc doesn't give up and seeks out an easier target. This zebra's in over his head. The crocodile drowns its prey. A valve in the big reptile's throat lets it keep its death grip without swallowing water. While the croc is busy making its kill, the rest of the zebras can cross safely. What the croc can't finish, he'll wedge under rocks in the cold water for later. But there won't be leftovers today. For a croc, this is a dinner roll. The technique helps him bite off chunks of meat. The toothy beasts don't waste time chewing. Meanwhile, the lucky ones keep going, a constant stream of grass eaters following the grass. In the dusty bush of Tuli, Botswana, another caste of prey animals has found their own unique way to stay alive. Antelope trade strength for speed. Their spring-loaded legs allow rapid acceleration up to twice the speed of the fastest Olympian. Here, only the fastest and fittest survive. Because this is wild dog country. A quarter the size of lions, but double their speed. Wild dogs kill fast, brutally, and often. One dog weighs little more than a German shepherd, but they're armed with the most powerful jaws for their size of all mammals. Working together, they're the most efficient killers on the continent.